Hello again, this is Mercenary Beauty U, and today I'm going to review a very basic deck that you're probably going to come across in any Legacy scene regardless of what you say or claim. And what I have in front of me here is a basic burn deck, without all the fancy trimmings. This is very basic, it doesn't have any fetch lands, it's not splashing for colors or doing any of that type of stuff. And you can practically build this particular deck for less than $200, depending on where you live. So let's take a look. I have 4 Grim Lavamancers. These are of the M12 variant, so you can get them for real cheap. If you want to get fancy, then you can pay a little extra for the Torment ones, or even the Judge promo types, or even the foil types for Vexing Devil. Excellent attacker, and is also an excellent option to quickly whittle down your enemy's health. Sulfuric Vortex to whittle down your enemy's health. Also, they can't even gain life while this is around. And of course, no burn deck or Red Sligh deck is complete without a playset of Fire Blast. I know that you'll not be able to get Mike Danza's signature easily, but if you just want to build it, then this is one of the cards you'll really need. Before, this card used to be about $10 tops, but it's gradually dropped down to about $1 in the past 2 decades. Playset of Flame Javelin. This is converted 6, as it says right here in the text. But you can cast this for 3 mana, because we're playing all red here. Magma Jet to top thin your deck of unnecessary stuff. Another main staple of the deck is Lightning Bolt. No deck is complete without it. Then, if your enemies are giving you a bit of trouble with a lot of non-basic stuff, then you can quickly kill them in a rapid succession with these. It's Price of Progress. I gotta thank Mark's Collectibles for getting me access to Richard Kane Ferguson. If it weren't for them, I wouldn't have been able to get this particular one signed off. Lava Spike. I'm running 2 Rift Bolt here. It has converted 3, but you could suspend it for 1. And the last piece out of this entire deck is Rift Bolt. I meant Flame Rift. Flame Rift deals 4 damage to each player, but you're probably not going to care too much about it, especially when your enemy's bleeding from all their fetch lands. And this is what I'm talking about. In place of some of the fetch lands and some of the fancy lands, it's just pure mountains. All signed by Doug Alexander Gregory. But of course, you can get all these mountains for cheaps if you don't want to get fancy. But I wanted to go the extra mile, so I paid the extra cost to go get all these signed. I know there's other designs out there, but to fit the theme of my particular build, I chose Doug Alexander Gregory. There's 20 of them in here. Anyway, if you really want to get into Legacy and you don't want to nuke $5,000 for multiple decks, then this is a really cost-efficient way to get in and have fun with it. Excuse me. You can get this deck for less than $200 if you choose not to go with all the if you choose not to go with all the extra fancy fittings. But if you do choose to go with fetch lands or splash for colors, it's going to cost you a few $100s extra depending on what you really need. But to keep this entire thing cost efficient, I don't have any of those extra things, so this is going to be really basic. Oh, and if you want signatures, it's also going to cost you extra, depending on who you're trying to get it from. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed looking over this particular deck, and I hope you learned something from this particular video. This is Mercenary BDU signing out.